6 people, including a 9-year-old boy, were shot and injured during a drive-by shooting along Text Lane in the vicinity of Charles Street in Kingston last night. It's reported that about 8:50, a car drove up with men aboard. The hoodlums opened fire at a group of people before escaping. The police were alerted and the 6 injured people taken to hospital for treatment. Head of the Kingston Central Police Division, Superintendent Beresford Williams, provided the details.
After the shooting, it was discovered that 6 persons were shot, to include 2 teenagers, 2 children, 9 years old, and 2 adults. As at now, we have no reported death. It's early days in the investigation, but for now, we're taking a preemptive approach to secure the place to prevent any reprisal.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. This one is called It Happened Again. It happened one more again. An ex-mass shooting, this time in a text lane. Before the pain could dry, before the BLOOD, before the morning could be over, before a suspect was named and caught and imprisoned or locked up for the takeaway of those individuals in a Commodore, Linstead, St. Catherine. 6 more people get caught up. The silver lining in the dark cloud is that those 6 persons, none of them have lost their lives thus far. Now, people, when we think about what is going on, when we think about the police going on so many operations, when we think about so many dons, so many gunmen, so many shooters, so many criminal elements getting locked up, getting taken away, some of them see the judge, most of them see their maker. We would have thought that the message was getting through these criminal elements. However, people, mindset is a hell of a thing. What this means is that these persons have grown up on war, grown up on reprisal. So therefore, it is in their natural instincts, their spidey sense, that whenever they are ticked off, they are going to go for the worst gun that them have, assault rifle, and they are going to go and look for the target. And even if the target is not there, they are going to try to bring out the target by blazing up Quaco or blazing up the shot of Quaco, meaning that family members or anybody that is close to them. Again, based on what the police is saying, this is gang activity. When you hear about Tex, we know it is a place that is one of those volatile communities that have been having wars for maybe a couple of decades ago or so to present day. So people, as soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news and continuing on the theme of it happened again, it happened once again. Another teenage girl, another child being taken away by what we call friendly fire. I am speaking about Shanita Sargent, that was taken out in a Clarendon allegedly by the father / stepfather of this child. Based on information, it is said that an official missing child report was filed with the police. The police went looking, doing their due diligence. However, upon looking, it seems as if the crime was being committed right in the house or in the yard where that young lady lived. Now, people, you know that whenever a child goes missing, just like when a wife or a husband goes missing, family members or persons closest to that person is always going to be a suspect. The body was eventually found, burned out under some cloth under one old refrigerator, close proximity to the house in the backyard of the house. Since then, the stepfather, has been missing. So therefore, reported the child missing, and then he goes missing after the child was found. Now, based on stuff that we see on social media, and people, again, this is social media, take it with a grain of salt. It is said that that man was also jumping over the fence, so therefore sexual abuse, along with physical, along with mental, along with verbal. Whenever we see stuff like this happening, we can only come to the conclusion that more than likely this child was being abused. We can also speculate that more than likely the father, stepfather, and the mother were having problems. So therefore, him can't take it out on the mother, or he is taking it out on the mother and also taking it out on the child. Like them say, if them can't catch Quark out, them catch him short. We have to wonder what is going on with the minds of these men in Jamaica. Why are they so ABUSIVE? Why do they always pick on the most vulnerable in a society? And don't get it wrong, don't get it misconstrued. I am not saying that they are not ABUSING, fighting and taking away each other's life, meaning mano, imano, man pan tapa man, no HOMO. But usually they take more advantage of persons living in their own home. And the thing is that sometimes the mother even know, sometimes the community even know. Now the good thing and sad thing is that it is of lately with a whole bunch of stuff going on social media. CPFSA, we see that the schools are now taking a stance, and the schools are now reporting incidents of ABUSE to the police. However, when it gets to the extent in which the ABUSE not only moves from verbal to physical, to the child actually losing their life and body dumped away in the backyard under a fridge, bun up. People, this is as bad as it gets. The only thing is that we are going to hear something that even eclipses this, and it gets worse. Based on the mindset, based on these people, what they are doing in Jamaica, people, Jamaica really gone to the dog. And if we needed a next example, this is it right here. Point blank and period.
Yeah, pussy. Look on my face, good. Look on this boy face. Good, good, parliament. Look on this. Dirty stinking prime minister. Look on this, yeah. Yes, I me do it. Pussy! I'm not afraid of nothing. No love. Me do it. I tell everybody that. A time for woke me up. Free my mind and free my conscience. Cause suck your mother. Me do it. Yeah, pussy. Do it again and do it 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 until I'm all dead. Till I'm son up. Pussy. Informer pussy. I'm gonna tell be a lies pan blood clot, yeah? Tell them that. I'm gonna twist in the mind of confusion. Pussy. Play, batty boy. Nintendo, batty boy. PlayStation, batty boy. Some college and university, batty boy. Some intelligent, batty boy. Some jacket and tie, batty boy. Some church and deacon,
So the next thing that is popping in the news on the theme of a few moments later. Since the mass takeaway in a Commodore Linstead St. Catherine, this video has been making its round on social media. And while this person did not give specifics as to what he did, based on what persons are surmising or saying, is that this is a man that is actually confessing that he is responsible or partially responsible for that incident that went down. So therefore, you must have heard about the reward. I think it is at 2 or 3 million Jamaican dollars, 14,000 to 21,000 US dollars cash. So it seems as if he wants to cash out on himself. Talk about self-snitching in the worst form. Now, people, we know say in Jamaica, mental illness is a real thing, and we know that a lot of persons are suffering from it. However, we know that whenever the JCF social media branch sees this video, they are going to be very curious as to who this individual is. They are going to be very curious and want to seek and find this man. Hopefully, he makes it to see a judge, makes it to go to Bellevue, or even make it to see his maker, meaning the devil in a hell, whomever is possessing him mentally. I doubt it very much that this man has the capability, has the tool, have the heart to do what he claimed that he is doing. So therefore, we are going to chalk it up as an average. Not going to say clean clothes madman, just a madman in every sense of the word. Mad, sick, him head no good. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a couple of videos that have been making their rounds on social media, in which there was some sorts of road rage that involved possibly a taximan, a man driving a Probox. We just assume that it is a taximan whenever he is linked with a Probox. And then there was a next driver in a Honda. That man was said to be a soldier, JDF soldier. I thought, based on the video that I saw, the way that he jumped over the vehicle and draped up the man and clawed him up in his face and pointed gun at him, I knew that he had to be a licensed firearm holder and more than likely a police. I was wrong. He is actually a JDF soldier that probably have a licensed firepiece or probably have the government issued firearm. So people, this first video that I am going to show you right now is the incident that started all the motive behind everything. Take a listen, take a look.
I mean, so my drive, you know him not stop. Wouldn't mind him go up Constant Spring Road.
So people, you saw the video, that was the motive. Apparently, the man at the Probox hit the man in the next vehicle, and he did not want to stop. There was a short chase. The man at the Probox was trying to avoid this man at all costs. So people, I am going to show you the video in which they made contact, meaning that the chase was ended or had ended, and the man at the Probox had stopped, and the man in the next vehicle ran into his back, and then there was some sorts of contention, some sorts of verbal turn physical, in which the JDF soldier jumped over the hood of his car that was right beside the next vehicle, and then rushed the man, slap him in the face, and then draw the gun at him. It is going to be the edited version because of YouTube's policy, because I cannot show you when he was clotting the man in the face. So people, take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece. So people, you saw both videos, the motive, the chase, and then the interaction, the counteraction when the JDF soldier clapped this man in his face. Now people, when it comes to taximen, they are the worstest of the worstest. No respect, no nothing, no applying the rules and laws of the road. Disrespecting just about everybody, violating just about everybody. So I'm going to say, in this case, this man probably deserve it. If you lit the man vehicle and the man tell you to stop, in the law, you're supposed to stop, exchange paperwork, insurance, rate, lele, or go to the closest police station. However, when we see them kind of connect, and we saw that there was a police right there, and this man drew his weapon on the taxi man, clapped him in his face, all in the presence of the police, in a uniform, we saw that something is wrong. Based on the protocols of the JCF or JDF, the military, you are not supposed to pull your gun on anybody, even if them violate you, even if them lick your vehicle. And worse, you are not supposed to abuse physically anybody while you have your gun pointed on them. So therefore, that man was wrong. However, when we put in the equation that that man was taunted, that man hit that man's vehicle and tried to escape him, to chase him down, almost losing his life. And then when them pull up, the taxi man or the Probox man probably gave him a SYM, meaning you know what that means. So people, me just say, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about a story that I spoke about, where a young youth, 15-year-old, was hit by a vehicle after he was seen on the streets and he was told to go to his house. He was crossing in the street, he was playing a game of cat and mouse with the vehicles, meaning bike men, meaning minibus, meaning car, meaning just about every sort of vehicle. He ran across the street, one vehicle zipped past him. He then decided that he was going to run across the next side of the street. Unfortunately for him, a minibus was coming, and that minibus caught him. He was hit and badly injured. Now, based on the last report that I heard, he was in critical, but now he is in stable condition. I am going to let a lady that was telling him to go by his house, or one of the witnesses that was there before he got hit down by that vehicle, give you everything in details, and then I am going to give my piece.
Residents of Nonpareil Road in Negril, Westmoreland, have expressed shock after witnessing the tragic incident involving a 15-year-old male student who walked into the path of a moving vehicle on Monday. The teenage student of the Landalo School of Special Education is currently hospitalized in serious but stable condition. The residents say the child, who has special needs, told them he wanted to end his life. Me say, I don't know you know this. I want to do what you know. All they have to come down. It's a bit too late to go shop. But I'm still going shop. I mean, they who are me here, they scream and say somebody did it. Pick the boy dead. No run on, pick the boy in the road. No run off. Me the Lord Jesus Christ help the boy. I'm not there. In the gap, I'm the blood. Nobody to help. I'm going to taxi man, taxi by the park, somebody to help. And I'm taking the time in the hospital. They want to get them shut up. Another resident says she is still in disbelief after realizing that the teenager walked into the path of a moving vehicle. I don't like saying they took me serious. We were telling him to go home, but there was no parents to be found and no parents Sunday. I called somebody just to call his father. But we didn't know say that would have happened. Because all along we did that to home. I really think so that
Now, people, like I said, this youth goes to a school for mentally challenged kids. So therefore, we see that he is not fully 100. However, the thing that I have a problem with is that parents that have children like these, they are not taking them to the proper facility to make sure that them get them proper joke. They are not monitoring their children. It is persons that are strangers that are out there that know that this child is that type of child. And based on information that I've been getting, it is said that this little pitney said that he was going to take away himself. Don't know if he was very serious. I don't know if he was even able to know exactly what he was speaking about or what type of condition he was going in. However, he played a very deadly game and he almost got a deadly prize. Luckily for him, he is still alive. Hopefully, they will monitor him and make sure that this does not happen again. As soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. Point blank and period.
Yo, want a boy see me and tell me about tape time right this machine. Yeah. You mad when me used to walk fast, no boy, not tell me about tape time walk. No boy.
Yeah, man,
No
dog,
boy. Me say want a boy tell me about tape time ride my bike.
You deaf?
And me and my friend them.
Fuck you, him.
No boy not tell me and my friend them about tape time ride
Remember
bike.
me tell you
And when me used to walk fast, no boy not tell me about tape time walk.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, there's a popular Jamaican saying, it goes something like this. Chicken Mary, Hawk Benear. What this basically means is that whenever you see persons in a celebratory mode, like I've always said, premature celebration is worse than premature ejaculation. That means that something is about to hit the fan. Somebody ever get FUCK. So we've seen what has been going on the roads of Jamaica with motorists, meaning vehicle, meaning car, bus, van, whatever the case is. One of the set of persons that are losing their lives on a rapid basis is these bike men. And it's because they are speeding, dillying and dallying in and out of traffic, and then you hear that there's some sorts of head-on collision with a tree, with a light post, with a car, with a next bike man. We've seen it on many, many occasions. So persons are always advising these people, slow down, the life that you save might be your own. Blaze like lightning, clash or crash like thunder. Something like that. Well, people, you see these men, you see that man that is the owner of that bike saying that when he was walking, nobody used to tell him to walk fast or not walk fast. So therefore, whenever he is riding now, owns a bike, Nobody can tell him what to do. Well, persons are not going to tell you what to do because at the end of the day, you're a grown ASS man. So therefore, you can make your own decision, whether that decision is right or not. However, whenever you get in your predicaments, we are the same ones that are going to hear your girlfriend, your skettle, your mama, your papa a ball, a holler and a ball, and then you up on the ground a ball like a little baby, like a little itch. Some just I say, don't start no ish, won't be no itch. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.